Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 11th to the 17th of October. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description marks below the video, all that information's in there for you. Also, please remember that time is fluid, so this could have already happened, could be happening now, or could be happening sometime in the future. And also, please remember that these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everyone out there, so take what resonates with you or for you and leave the rest. Also, please remember, cross watchers, energies can be vice versa or interchangeable. So however it resonates with you. Okay, so what do we need to know? Wanting the... Oh, crumbs, look at you. Really going for it. Wanting the wheel to turn in your favour. You want forward movement. You want positive forward movement in a love situation. It says to me that there's a discord there. There's either a blockage, somebody's not seeing eye to eye with you if you are in a connection, or it could be you going towards someone. So the King of Wands here, very, very passionate, very fiery energy of declaring, wanting this situation to move forward, but declaring that you do find this person attractive, you do want to build something with them, and you are passionate about them, you're passionate about the future, you're passionate about a situation moving forward. Wow, okay. Wanting the situation to move forward, but you're in the King of Wands, which is very fired up, very passionate, very determined, very, yeah, let's get this party started. Wow, okay. So you have been working on yourself. Look, the High Priest here, in order to get the situation, whatever situation you're in, to change, to move forward, you have been making routine changes within your own sphere. And it talks a lot about inner changes, so the way you perceive situations, your expectations, and also integrating those newfound ways of kind of like knowing yourself, integrating those and weaving them into everyday life in a very routine way. So for example, if you always find yourself stuck and repeating patterns, you're actively, with this card here, taking a step back, looking at the situation and saying, oh, okay, this is why this keeps repeating, because I'm not doing X, Y, and Z. And you're actively acting upon that internal information that you're gathering in order to have a better forward movement in your 3D sphere. So all of those incremental changes, all those psychological and emotional processes, it says to me, that are no longer valid, you're actively reinventing yourself because you want to reinvent a situation. You want it to move forward. So the buck stops with you. It's how you perceive and see a situation. By making those changes, routine changes, you can get into this King of Wands energy here and move forward and have that gorgeous energy of, yeah, I know what I want. I'm fired up for the future. I am the King of Wands. It's beautiful. In order to get a situation, not only with yourself, but a situation to move forward. So, okay. Oh. Well, you're having to take the initiative, and I think it is with yourself because you've been waiting for this person to come in to you and they're not. So it is a stalemate situation. You want it to move forward, but they're saying that it's you that needs to move it forward, to speak. So by changing your heart space and your psychological processes, you can be free to move this forward, but it's a lot about you coming towards someone, you sparking the initiative for this to move forward, because it says to me that you've just been languishing, you've been waiting for the other person to do it. How can you, and they're saying that personal progression doesn't start with other people, it starts with you. Wow, this is so powerful, this reading. Okay, so Nine of Cups, you do want to celebrate. You want to celebrate the fact that you have become the King of Wands, which is very passionate, forward moving, very determined. But you also want to celebrate with someone. You want to celebrate the forward movement or coming towards someone, the resolution of this discord here, away from silence. And I feel that there is a disturbance, whether you're away from this person, as in you are separate from them, or if you are in a connection where you're just not seeing eye to eye, so that vibrational level is not at the same, you're not vibrating on the same frequency as each other. So of course there's going to be a discord. Wow, okay. So the Three of Wands, standing there waiting. Enough of that, enough of the nightmare, self-fulfilling prophecies. This person's not going to be interested. I want forward movement, but they're not going to be as into me as I am into them. They're not going to want forward movement. They won't want a relationship with me. That's what that card's all about, a nightmare. And they're just thoughts. They're just thoughts. So you're giving yourself a headache by over-analysing the situation. Okay, so what do? Death to old ways. We get rid of stagnation, we get rid of overthinking, and we make those routine changes within in order to have an effect, a positive effect outwardly, which is exactly what you want to do. This is exactly what you're doing. So, to get this wheel to turn, it's all about communication. It's about speaking. So it has been a long time coming, this message. It does say to me that you are friends, or you want to reignite. Perhaps it's a friendship that you hope to lead to something more, because you want forward movement, which means that initially it is going to be, communication is going to be friendly and small. But you want a whole lot more. The Nine of Cups. You want to celebrate the fact that you are moving forward. You do find this person passionate. You do find them attractive. And you see a fiery, forward-moving, progressive situation with them. That's what you want. So, Princess of Cups, accept my message of friendliness. And the Princess of Pentacles thinks outside the box in order to create a dialogue, whether it's verbal or written or text, social media, whatever it is. But very thoughtful about the words that you are choosing, because you do want forward movement. So you're choosing your words correctly, because you don't want this nightmare situation, this overthinking, all these low vibrational thoughts and feelings about the situation, about yourself, etc., to have an effect on your future. You want it to be progressive and forward moving. Gosh, they're really dictatorial today. Okay, so working on yourself, like I said, does actually have a positive effect outwardly, because you vibrate at a different level. We all vibrate. It's just finding positive vibrational levels, thinking good thoughts, feeling good about yourself. You will interact with people on a completely different spectrum, completely different frequency. You'll attract people who are on the same synchronicity. Everything falls into place. So you must think about yourself in high vibrational terms. It's not egotistical, it's just saying, yeah, I am a good human being. I like myself, I like the situation I'm in. I'm doing good, and that's what high vibration's about. Thinking negatively will just attract negativity. Well, it does. Think about that. If you've ever been in a negative situation and it's a repeating pattern, it keeps happening. Why does that happen? It's only when we stand back and we analyse the situation, we actually find the answers, because all the answers are within you. You have all the answers you need to move forward. Just people live in denial. They don't want to face reality. I don't even know why they're giving you all of this today. Anyway, 2 of Wands. Look, as soon as you do that, and as soon as you work on yourself, you've come into your own. Because you've got the confidence now. It's almost like you're reborn, renewed with that High Priest energy. You feel you can come towards them and spark a dialogue. However you choose to do that. But forward movement, you can't keep waiting around for other people to do it. You are the universe. You are the universe, okay? You have to work on yourself in order to get the best out of situations moving forward. It's that simple. It really is that simple. You can't wait for other people to fill the voids that you find in your life. You must have the strength, determination, and foresight to become the person that you want to be. Don't expect anybody else to make you that person, because they are not you. I don't know why they're giving you all this anyway. So, 7 of Pentacles is towards something that you've had an interaction with. You've already had an interaction with this person that you do want forward movement with. But this situation never progressed any further than just seeds well planted, which are just ideas, just talking, perhaps small, tiny conversations about, yeah, I fancy you, you fancy me. Wouldn't it be great to spend some time together? Nothing. And then there was nothing. There was nothing. So of course you're going to be a bit scared. The 9 of Swords. You've been waiting for this person to come back around and say, hey, here I am. It's not happened. And the nightmare is you're left in a situation where you want to harvest these seeds at some stage, but you think the other person isn't interested. You've got to ditch that way of thinking, seriously. Look, because you've been holding back the 4 of Cups. You've been holding your love from them. There they are, sitting on the ledge. I can't see you, I can't interact with you, I can't do anything. I'm just going to sit in misery. And this is you putting yourself in a situation because you're so worried that the other person's not going to reciprocate. So you try not to look at them. It's called avoidance and denial. But with the High Priest there, you know that you've been avoiding them. You know that you're in denial. You know that there is a longing there. You want these seeds to ripen. You want to come towards them. You want to talk to them at the very least. So you're going to have to find the courage with the King of Wands to come towards them and say, yeah, hi, how are you doing? At the very least. Whew. Okay. So it says to me, it has been a long time since you spoke to this person. It feels like a long time. So, look, hidden emotions again. Look, can't speak to you, just want to sit in misery, know where you are, can't interact with you, blah, blah, blah. The High Priestess here hides everything, emotions for someone. She lets them out of Pandora's box at the right time. And the right time for you is when you feel confident enough to come towards them. Can't keep sitting in this. Look, you're stuck. You've stuck yourself, the 8 of Swords. You've stuck yourself in a situation where you can't come towards them. You can't speak to them. But the longing is there to at least chat. And the 8 of Cups. So, slowly moving on, getting rid of all of this low vibrational nonsense, moving away from misery, moving this connection, getting that wheel to turn, and moving it to a different level, reinventing it almost. The 8 of Cups, off over the hill. You're with that mindset now of just going, yeah, I've sat in misery for too long. I want forward movement. And look at that. The truth. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. Seeing humour in a situation. kind of like saying to yourself, yeah, I've stuck myself in this situation. I could have spoken to them ages ago, but I just didn't have the confidence, it seems, to speak to them. And look at that, you do consider them to be your divine counterpart. Perhaps the emphasis is on, okay, you've recognized who this person is to you, and that's what gives you the headache. You can't come towards them because they mean so much to you. Just bear with me. If you hear any weird noises, I gotta laugh because the situation is absolutely bonkers. I'm going to tell you now. Okay, we'll go through these in a moment because I've got to start. I've got to tell you about it. So, last week there was huge storms in Cornwall, and there's a huge tree at the back of the lodge. Obviously, because you guys know I live in a holiday park, and for years they've been saying that this tree needs to be topped because it's got too high. It's probably about 60 foot in the air. Anyway, so it looks beautiful. You look out the window and it's on this embankment, but it is quite close to the lodge. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, a massive thud, and think, crikey, what's gone on? Now, I have guinea pigs, and I'm sure all of you have, or those who've bothered to have a look at the community channel knows that I have guinea pigs, and Mr. Mungo has been really, really ill, really poorly. He had to have an operation, and that was, I think he'd had the operation about 3 days before this incident had happened. So poor Mr. Mungo, or 4 days, had his bladder, he had a bladder stone, so he had an emergency operation to remove the bladder stone, and he also was castrated as well. And I did giggle, but it's because I've got 2 girls as well, and eventually I want to introduce all 3 of those together. Anyway, so crash bang wallop, don't know what's going on, high winds, everything else. So had a look in each room, and nothing. And then got to the guinea pigs room. I say room because they are actually in their own room, and looked up at the ceiling. I thought, what's that sticking through the ceiling? And there was about I'd say 1.5 foot of something brown sticking through the ceiling, and all this water was just gushing in, and I mean gushing. It was like Niagara Falls. It's actually a branch that had fallen off the tree, had pierced a tile and come straight through the loft into the ceiling, and was piddling water into one of the bedrooms. I'm like, what the hell? So I had a quick scan around. I thought, right, okay, guinea pigs, everybody's okay. They were just sitting there looking up, going, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? So there is still a hole in the ceiling, although the park has put a temporary fix on the roof. There's still a hole in the ceiling, the shower broke. The electrics went in the bathroom, and the shower went. So having to have baths in the morning before you go to work is not probably the easiest thing to do if anybody's got a bath. Anyway, so realise that when you put the hot water on, that there's a huge amount of knocking from the pipes, and it sounds like a freight train running through the whole place. It is so loud, and it vibrates. And doing that at like 6 o'clock in the morning probably wasn't the best for the people who are paid for a lodge next door anyway, so you just go with it. So if you do hear any knocking, any weird noises on the video, it is possibly the hot water pipes, because the hot water has been on. So yeah, it's been so funny, but you have to take it on the chin. See, all of those things happened, and I just had to look at it and say, crikey, I'm not dead. Okay, I don't live in the best you know, it's not an ideal situation to be living in, but at least I've got a roof over my head, there's somewhere to cook, there's somewhere to wash, you know, I have a bed to sleep in at night. You have to be grateful. It's about gratitude and being grateful. They're the things that you do have and not the things that you don't. And that's what you must focus on. I was very grateful that that ceiling didn't come down and kill all of my guinea pigs in there. I'm very thankful that this is not a rentable lodge, as in it would be used as you know, there wasn't people sleeping in there paying to stay in there, and a branch came through and speared somebody in the head, because that's what could have potentially have happened, but thankfully it didn't. So very, very, very strange week, and everything seemed to go wrong. What could go wrong did go wrong, but then it didn't at the same time. I think the universe was saying, you know, just be grateful for what you do have. I was so grateful that Mr. Mungo's fine. He was my main concern, my main priority, to be perfectly honest. I couldn't give two hoots about the ceiling, but my little living beings that rely on me, they're the most important things. So yeah, I don't know why I've told you that. I think it's because the pipes were knocking. Anyway, digress. So enough about me. And my trials and tribulations. So it just shows you though, doesn't it? So I changed my mindset. I could have been all down and gloomy and everything else, and instead I looked at the positives. And you can change. That in turn changed how I interacted with people, how I conducted the rest of my week. I was a little bit anxious, but nowhere near, you know, what I would have been, say, 2 or 3 years ago. I would have been in despair, you know. So it's how your perspective, how you deal with situations. So this situation here, this love situation that you want to re-spark, that you want to get to know this person again. Look, you are or do find them very attractive, but you've never told them. High Priestess, how are they going to know what's in your heart and mind if you don't speak about it? How are they going to know? That's what you have to ask yourself. It's enough about sitting in the shadows. So, communication. Princess of Wands here. So where's your communication? It's very feminine. It's very thoughtful. Regardless of, I would say, gender. But it's a very soft kind of loving energy that you are, or communication that you are pouring out. So, Princess of Cups, accept my cup of friendliness. Thinking, choosing your words correctly. There's a little bit of sass in there. There's a little bit of flirtation. But it is the truth. It is the truth, and you want to speak the truth. That you do love this person. Look at that, they're giving you the Ace of Cups. You want a brand new love situation with them. You want this wheel to turn. You want to liberate yourself from sitting in the shadows. You want these seeds to grow, and I feel it's a lot about confidence. And look at that, you want to celebrate. So it is a lot about you getting the gusto up, looking at the situation through fresh eyes, and making that very dramatic choice here to clear away the Death card here. Death to old ways, death to languishing in the shadows and just thinking about this person because they won't approach you. The lesson here is you progressing emotionally and psychologically in order to come towards them. Renewing. It's almost like it's a love of, from this card here, I can feel this energy of just a love for the other person, but more importantly, your loving life, because you've made those changes and you are the King of Wands. Beautiful reading. I'm so sorry I hijacked it as well. Right, I'm going to have a look and see how the other person feels about you. Okay, so how does the other person feel about Aquarius, the one that they want to go towards? These seeds well planted. How do they feel about Aquarius? Highest messages only. How do they truly feel about Aquarius, and what actions do they want to take, if any? So, back of that communication, birthing a whole new cycle. So I feel that the communication is going to spark this into, it's going to have that forward movement. Let's face it, guys, if you haven't spoken for some time, this person here is excited about the fact that you're coming back in, and they have the opportunity to connect with you, energetically connect with you again. You're birthing a whole new situation between both of you, because that bridge, that gap has been removed. Look at that. The end of a difficult situation. They've been up in their own head about this, but I feel that when you do finally come in, this person here, embrace the change that you want to speak, that you want to create a dialogue, that you want to speak the truth, that you want to build something with them. It's a lot about getting to know each other. Expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. So these seeds well planted. This person here has been left wondering why they were just seeds. Why they were just seeds and they were never watered. But I don't think they were watered by either of you. So I feel that when you come back in, this person here gets really passionate about the situation. Really passionate about having contact with you. The Four of Fire, contentment, peace and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. That wheel turns and this person can speak their truth to you. The King of Air, speak your mind with confidence. This person here has to do it in a very structured way though. They want to tell you exactly how they feel, but they're going to have to balance their emotions out. So when push comes to shove and you're saying, yeah, this is what I want for the future, they're having to say, okay, I'm going to tell you what I'd like for the future. I'm really confident about us, but are you going to put the time and effort in? Because expecting the worst, they too have expected you not to be interested in them, and that's why they haven't come towards you. Self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. They too have been up in their own head about this situation. It's almost like they felt if they did reach out to you, they'd be shot down in a ball of flames because they were just seeds well planted, just like you. Very, very scared, both of you. But there is a soul connection between both of you. And this person is determined to tell you, Aquarius. They do consider you to be a divine partner. Just like you do with the Two of Cups. I do see you as vibrating on the same level as them. And they do want something that is solid, that is tangible, that is forward moving, that is progressive, that has strong foundations. So not just seeds from small seeds, great oaks grow. So putting the time and effort in, making a strong relationship. Because I don't think either of you are so scared about coming towards each other. You can spend lifetimes being scared, guys. Just do it. Seriously, it is not going to kill you. Just do it. Time is precious, and so is energy. If you're that invested and interested in someone, just spark a dialogue. It doesn't matter if your dreams are shattered and it doesn't cut the mustard, and it kind of like, at least you've tried. At least you've tried. But this person here just wants something that is very solid, very committed. A very happy home life, financial security, finding magic in the little things. And it's about spending time with you, getting to know you again, and building for the future. So you'll never know unless you take a leap of faith. And just do it. And just do it. Get that confidence to just speak. This person's really, really stressed about, or has been really stressed about the situation, because it just never reached its full potential. So, and you are a soulmate to them. This is why they've never given up on it. Like I said, they want to offer you and them a brand new start. The Ace of Earth. The inflow of abundance, because both of you are singing from the same hymn sheet. Once you both align your vibrational levels and you come in, Aquarius, and start speaking, everything slots into place for you guys. Everything. Look at that victory. 6 of fire. Look. What did I say? Everything slots into place. Well, they've given you the world card. A job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude is the path towards enlightenment. So this person here, the cycle's complete for them. The wheel is turned for you. Both of you are victorious. La la la. Just beautiful reading. Very matter of fact, though. I don't know why they've told me to go through all of that dialogue. So told you guys, it's not me. Certainly these readings do not come from me. They come from somewhere else. I couldn't even tell you where they come from. So we're just going to have a look at your romance angels and angel answers. So hopefully it makes sense to someone out there. Did you want to come up? We'll see. If it wants to present itself again, it will. So I'm not too sure if it wanted to come out. I just flopped. So okay, what do we need to know in relation to this reading for Aquarius? Thank you. Peaceful resolution. There's that bridging of that gap, and also a peaceful resolution for you, because you will be seeing and interacting in a completely different way. Whether you were scared before, now you've got the gusto to come towards them. Everything's in alignment for you. Look at that forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person, forgiving everybody. And they did want to give you this card because it's come out again, so there's a reason it's there. And we have a no for some reason. Okay, so from your romance angels, what do we need to know in relation? Thank you. Look at that. Peaceful resolution. Let go of controlled issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So not trying to get all the answers in about 5 seconds, Aquarius, which it seems like you want to. You need to build it back up again through that dialogue and exchange of dialogue. You're getting to know, or will get to know, the other person. Look at that forgiveness. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type in expectations. Just come into the realization that somebody that you didn't even consider, couldn't look at, didn't want to interact with in that way, and they were seeds well planted, because you never put the time and effort in. Now you're looking at them and saying, ooh, okay, I wouldn't mind coming back to you and seeing if we can move this in a different direction, if we can speak and build something. Wow. So the children are not a factor in this. Your love life is being influenced by your children. They're not a factor in it. They are not going to stop you from doing this, and you cannot use them as an excuse. Maybe. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life, push me, pull you energy. You need to make a firm decision on what you want to do. And look at that. You never thought you'd be able to break free from this type of behaviour. You thought the children weren't interested. That's not the case. And look at that engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yeah, because you're changing your head and heart space. You're verbalizing how you feel. You're reconnecting. So you are engaging with them. It doesn't mean the exchange of rings. Or perhaps you want to do that. But it means that you're engaging with them on a completely different level. So finances and career are a factor in your love life right now. No, they're not. You feel confident to come towards them. Perhaps they were in the past, but they're definitely not now. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And for some reason, it feels like whatever model they gave you for relationships has never worked. This is kind of like a repeating pattern with you, Aquarius, for some reason. Just saying. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So yeah. Not being positive, you won't get a positive outcome, so you need to be positive. Religious factors. Your love life has been influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual past, but it's been influenced by something, and I think it is a very spiritual kind of soul searching energy that you're going through. So it is being influenced by spirituality, definitely. But I think there is some significant difference between you and the other person. These seeds well planted. It could be age, it could be geographical location, it could be they're spiritual, you're not, you're spiritual, they're not. Anything that is, there is something very significantly different between both of you. Wow, perhaps that put you off in the first place, and that's why you didn't bring it into fruition. Pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. Yeah, you need to listen and pay attention to repeating patterns and cycles. If you find yourself going down that road, you need to step back and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Be the high priest. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Beautiful. I don't even think you considered this person to be kind of like, I hate using that word and I don't know why they've given it to me, relationship material. That sounds blooming awful. I think what they're trying to say is, in that awful kind of very rudimentary term there, is not your normal choice in partner. Perhaps you have a type and they just didn't fit that criteria that you had, but we're getting rid of all of that nonsense now, and we're just coming in as seeing life in a different way. So it's what makes you feel good, it's being more in tune with your thoughts and feelings. So if this person makes you feel good but doesn't fit that mold of like a traditional partner, what does that say? Their soul sings to you because they are vibrating on the same frequency. They are soulmates, perhaps. You doing that soul searching by that high priest card there. I don't know why they're getting so dictatorial. They're telling you off. Getting to know each other. Your love, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Of course it does. And also, what was it saying? Soulmate? Yes, this is your soulmate. More confirmation there. Oof, they're really kind of like saying, pull your socks up with this reading. Why are they being so dictatorial? Okay, so from your Moonology cards, confidence is your key to success. Yes, it is. A new start is coming. Yeah, a new start at life for you and love. And I feel that wherever you've been has been quite dark and dim. Just step out into the light. Work through your fears. Get rid of negativity. Prosperity lies ahead. Believe in the impossible. This person, stop overthinking the situation. Just speak to them. Have faith in your dreams. Look at the bigger picture, which means for the future. Is this a person that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Looks like it. And step out of your comfort zone. Beautiful reading, very dictatorial, so I do apologise, but that's what I'm given. So, if it did resonate with you, Aquarius, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button. It's probably more important than anything else. And yeah, have a beautiful week, and I love you. Love you loads. Take care.